Now, I don't know if you guys have been living under a rock or just simply sleeping through this winter, because there's a lot going on online about Jay-Z. Now, I don't know if you know, but this is the tea.
We've got breaking news from New York. A lawsuit has accused rapper Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The anonymous accuser says the alleged assault happened after the teen was driven to an MTV Video Music after party. The federal suit was originally filed in October, listing Combs as a defendant. It's now been refiled to include Carter. None of the allegations have been proven in court. Carter is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault in connection to Combs.
Now, this entire situation is a mess, child, and it's been getting messier and messier by the minute, okay? Every time you go on Twitter, you just see people just going completely off about this, whether they believe him or they don't believe him. Jay-Z is not just letting this situation just go crazy without a fight. He is speaking out and he is fighting back.
Well, Jay-Z is fighting back against allegations he raped a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs back in 2000. The lawsuit was filed in October, naming only Diddy, but the amended complaint was filed on Sunday and identifies Jay-Z as the previously unnamed Celebrity A. In a new legal filing on Monday, Jay-Z is also now demanding the alleged victim disclose her identity. In a statement, Jay-Z claims her attorney, Tony Busby, is trying to blackmail him and has made a career out of targeting celebrities, noting that just last month, a lawsuit was filed accusing Busby of extorting high-profile individuals and threatening to publicize false information about them for financial gain. Tony Busby, who represents the woman in this case and dozens of other alleged Diddy victims, snapped back, saying his client never demanded a penny. Busby is a well-known trial attorney based in Texas. He's represented victims in several high-profile cases, including sexual misconduct allegations against NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson and more than 100 people who were injured or killed at rapper Travis Scott's Astroworld concert.
Now, individuals online was trying to imply that Beyonce was the mysterious individual, the female who allegedly watched. And Beehive went crazy. Beehive have been striking people down because nothing publicly or in this case have been stated about Beyonce. Beehive is not having it. They're not here for it. Beehive is completely pissed that people would even imply or even have any opinion of Beyonce having any connection to this situation. Now, one of the infamous Beehive pages, they said that we have been blocked by Pop Stuff after they deleted their post claiming that Beyonce was the said female celebrity mentioned in a lawsuit against Jay-Z. Beehive has done it again. So Beehive is fighting, on Beyonce's behalf. They're saying that they don't want her being mentioned anywhere close to or near this case because nothing has came out in the lawsuit to imply that. So they are not here for it. They are completely pissed about anybody stating or having any opinions that Beyonce would be in any way connected to this case. And Jay-Z's lawyer is actually not here for his name consistently being connected to this entire situation. So, his lawyer reached out to the judge and had a few things to say. He said that we write on behalf of our client, Sean Carter, concerning the inflammatory allegations made against him in the recent filed amended complaint based on the meritless and frivolous accusation. Mr. Carter filed a motion to deny plaintiff request to proceed anonymously, because she did, request to be anonymous. And they continue, they say, pursuant to Fed, and then they have the number there, to dismiss the complaint, pursuant to Fed, and then they have the number again. This morning, due to the highly sensitive nature of this matter and the intense media scrutiny it has generated, and respectfully request to be heard on a expedited basis for the avoidance of Mr. Carter is entirely innocent. This is a shakedown. He is not mentioned, referred, or implicated in any way in the criminal investigation of Mr. Combs. He is neither a target nor a person of interest in that investigation. Adding to the urgency of this matter, attorney Tony Busby has orchestrated a months-long press campaign aimed at inflaming public opinion and escalating the events in real time on social media platform every day. And the real time, Busby continues to amplify false narratives, exploiting the legal process to generate media attention and damage Mr. Carter's reputation. This relentless campaign underscores the need for a first track hearing to address these issues promptly and prevent further harm. Plaintiff request to proceed anonymously is both procedurally improper and unsupported by law. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 10, number 10, requires all parties to be named in their pleadings, reflecting the bedrock principle of transparency in judicial proceedings. Plaintiff has failed to demonstrate any compelling circumstances that would justify an extraordinary departure from the rule. So as you can see, Jay-Z's attorney is trying to hurry this entire process up. He's not trying to just allow Jay-Z to be dragged in the media and his name to be ruined and his reputation to be ruined. He's saying, like, let's hurry this up. Everything should be expedited. Let's get this done with, because what we're not going to do is damage his name and his public image. And, you know, public perception is money, you know, is dollars. So we're not going to do is sit up in here and allow Sean's Carter name to be ruined in the media like Tony Busby's trying to do. He's saying that Tony Busby's trying to, you know, dirty up his name so that his reputation could be ruined and money that he makes for his family and everything could be ruined, and he's not going for it. Let's just go to trial. Let's do what we have to do. Let's not prolong this process. And it's unfair that the, you know, individual who's filing all of this, you know, the young lady, gets to be named or remain anonymous. You know, if Jay-Z's name and his reputation is dragged all in the media and all of that, let's, you know, speak about who the person is that's having all of these things to say, like saying that he's done this and he's done that, you know, the victim. Let's have the victim be shown. And I know it's a very, like, just slippery slope. You know, in most cases, I would definitely say no, but especially everything that's going on with Puff Daddy and, you know, P. Diddy and everything that's with that, I would say yes, show everything, because it's been several victims allegedly coming forth, you know, for P. Diddy. So at this point, the anonymity is just out of the window, okay, because there's way too many victims. We have to put a face to at least a few of these victims and have a conversation if they're, you know, open to, hey, saying this is what happened to me. They should be open to, you know, putting their face to it. So I definitely understand, because there's too much on the line. You know, millions of dollars are on the line. My reputation is on the line. My family and their future is on the line. So if my name is going to be out here, her name should be out here as well. And let's get this done with. Let's not drag it out in the media the way they're doing, you know, P. Diddy's case. So I understand where he's coming from, but we're going to continue, you know, to explore this.
Tina Knowles has liked something on Instagram that's very telling, if her like was intentional.
And I say that because I am somebody that does scroll very quickly on Instagram, and I'll tap things and not mean to, but obviously in this situation, you should probably pay attention to what you're liking. If you haven't already seen this, ABC7 Chicago posted about the recent headlines with Jay-Z, and there it is. She liked the post. I even went and verified myself. This is my own screenshot, and her like is in fact still there. Now, I don't really know what Beyonce's family's relationship with Jay-Z looks like. Do they like him? Do they not? We know what happened in 2014 in that elevator. But in 2011, she did do this interview where she said one time she was on a plane and an older white woman came up to her and made this comment, which she responded with, I was very happy to educate her. She apologized at the end and she said, I'm sorry, I just hear that. Tina responded with, yes, you assume, but you really should go and do some research on it, because no, he's a CEO of a record label. And I said, he's a very good person. He gives, he helps people. Does she still feel that way about Jay-Z, that he is a good person? Again, we don't know. Could this have been an accidental like? Yes.
Now, when it comes down to Tina Knowles, everybody knows that she doesn't really know social media very well. She does the corny joke time, and not trying to excuse her actions or her liking everything, but she's just not that type of person. She goes up for her family. She loves her family. You know, there's been several cases or certain instances in the past where she's, you know, not understand social media, how people can crop and put things together that don't go together. You know, she like will put things together and she just doesn't understand how social media works. You know, sometimes she could be strolling and accidentally tap something. It's not out of her character. In the past, they've said that she's liked things about Janet Jackson that was not nice, or, you know, that was just down. It's been several cases in the past, you know, that people have said that oh, Tina Knowles have liked this or said this and it has not been proven to be accurate. She has came out several times to defend herself and saying that, hey, no, this is not what occurred. Even in this instance, Tina Knowles have came out and said, no, that, my page was hacked and all of this is false. And she has a history of accidentally liking things just because she does not know how social media works.
Tina Knowles just took to her Instagram platform to say, I was hacked. As all of you know, I don't play about my family. So if you see something uncharacteristic of me, just know that it is not me. Now, she is referring to her name popping up under the likes of a post from ABC7 Chicago. The headline is obviously speaking on Jay-Z being named in a lawsuit involving a 13-year-old girl and Diddy. Now, in the caption to the post, Miss Tina Knowles said, please stop playing with me. No weapon formed against my family shall prosper. I want to get into a couple of the comments under Miss Tina's post. Now, we got one user saying, and we don't play about you. Another person saying, oh, stop it. You got caught and all of a sudden you were hacked. Latrice down at the bottom saying, now y'all better leave Miss Tina out of this. We got one comment up top showing concern for Beyonce saying, we know. How's Beyonce doing right now? Another person saying, how you get hacked and they only liked one post. Cassandra said, so Beyonce will be announcing the tour at midnight. This comment up here by Ash Riga saying, you have a whole PR team and this is what you guys came up with. Ooh. Now, you guys, those were the comments under her post.
Received a phone call that I'm trending for liking a post about ticket prices and an artist overcharging. First of all, being on the other side of that, I know better than anyone what a great production cost and that it's expensive. And I would never criticize another artist, let alone Janet Jackson, who is the queen of production. And her family. I mean, they're the first family of music, always have been and always will be, and I love and respect them. Secondly, I stay away from negativity. If you follow me, then you know that I am not involved in the mess. So what I am guilty of is liking posts, going through when I'm in a big hurry and I don't have time to really read, and liking things because I trust that these are people that I follow. That was a big mistake. I will never do that again. So I just want you to hear it from my mouth that I would absolutely never do that.
Y'all, Miss Tina Knowles is one of my favorite follows, honestly. She posted this picture of Destiny's Child. Problem is, it's photoshopped. You can very clearly see Michelle Williams is not originally in that photo. And that's okay. Because like this comment says, if Miss Tina thinks this Photoshop photo is real, then it's real to me.
And then there's this fake video. Well, it's not necessarily a fake video, but it's not completely accurate. P. Diddy had I believe it was somewhat like a documentary or something of that nature, to where he kind of, showed his friends, and Jay-Z was in that video, and Jay-Z was in a room where it looks to be a child was in that room. However, other adults were in that room as well. Like, it seemed as though like there was a secretary or somebody that works for Diddy or either works for, Jay-Z, and they were all having a conversation, and that person had their child. So people are using that clip to imply that, hey, oh, Jay-Z was with a child, trying to falsely accuse, and none of this have been proven in a court of law. So I'm just completely going to say that I don't believe it until it comes out in the court of law. But public opinion is an MFer, so people are pointing to this clip and saying that, oh, this is, something negative.
Good? Oh, you put that thing on the... So you see how we do it here on Saturday, just as good as...
People are calling out Foxy Brown because Foxy Brown had this to say. She said, wow, wait, all on social media. So people are implying that she's known what was going on a while ago on social media, and showing this clip of Foxy.
Was I shocked when Jay said the line in Picasso Baby? Yes, because we've talked about that. We have a history that supersedes music, and we know how this business works. We sit back and we laugh at those rumors. We laugh at that. I think he began to feel the pressure because people were saying my age, the age thing. She was 15, 14. She was 15, 14. And after a while, that gets to a person. The Jay I know, the Sean I know, never comes out of character. So
A lot of people are bringing up this content creator, saying that she's a sidekick and she predicted this entire situation. I'm going to show you the little clip. There's more on her channel. She really goes into depth, and explains how she feels as though she saw all of this in a vision, and that, this shall come to pass, and that, a lot of people believe it. I'm just going to share the information with you all.
Headed for the next 3 years, 25, 26, and 27, with the beginning initial stages of the knockdown when it comes to Jay-Z. When they take him down, they're going to take Beyonce down behind him. And here's what I'm getting. I am getting both Jay-Z and Beyonce, because see, he procures her out there. He is her handler, and he is the one that pushes her out there public, and then he profits off her. So we're looking at, she was chosen for him. It is a karmic thing looking at their chart, but she was chosen for him in order to help him get where he needed to go. So she's the muse, but let's use this in a different way. Sometimes we use the word muse in the terms of profiteering off of it. He's very aware of entertainers, male and female, where he needs to go to keep his money coming in and what he's actually selling. He is going to be shaken up. Now, what I do see 3 years from now, him, his wife, and his kid, I don't know if there's more than one kid, see them with suitcases, and I literally see them leaving. So their residence will no longer be in the United States. This is what I'm seeing, and this happens by 2027, if not sooner. 2025 through 2027, and it's going to start crumbling. Okay, so it's the next 3 years.
And 50 Cent have been online. First he said, hey, is there still going to be the Super Bowl, in a post, and then he's talking now about, hey, how Jay-Z and his family went to go see Mufasa. I'm going to show you guys at the end, but he's having a lot to say. However, his G-Unit members are on the opposite side. They're saying that they don't believe that Jay-Z did any of this, and that they believe that this is all done by P. Diddy to get some of the heat off of him. It's been a lot.
A lot of people were shocked that he wouldn't just make it go away. Yeah. He had the opportunity, but he's gonna face this head on. My question is, you're from Brooklyn. You guys are the New York.
I'm from Queens. He's from
Brooklyn here, baby. So what do you think about this? You know what I think happened? I think Diddy paid somebody to say that shit about Jay to get the heat off of himself, because Diddy looking bad out here. I think he's trying to get the heat on Jay. I think he paid somebody to put the heat on Jay. Gotta watch Diddy. He going through a lot right now. Keep it crawling. What do you think?
I think it sounds like a money grab with that one. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Somebody to send you a letter, and then you gotta send your lawyers. Sound like extortion.
Yeah, they try to get that bread, man. And tell TMZ to make sure they use this. Uncle Murray and Tony Yayo, G-Unit. Yo, hey, your name is put out there like that. Like you had the choice to say, hey, you could make it disappear. That's but Diddy, he did it. But he did it. Do you think in the end, he made the right choice here? Because he has powerful lawyers. He's.
I mean, get the lawyers on it, man.
I seen Jay-Z mention Brooklyn. He said, "Is this in Brooklyn?" Brooklyn don't move like that. Hey, he did. Don't come from Brooklyn now, Jay. That's Puff trying to set him up.
Hey, don't move like that.
Brooklyn don't move like that.
A lot of people are bringing up Jaguar Wright and the things that she said online, and people are bringing up Tory Lanez and his father and the things that he said. I'm not going to go too much into Tory Lanez's father, because we've already seen and heard that, but I'm going to just show a little bit of what he said. But yeah, a lot of people are referring back to those clips to talk about this entire situation.
Tony Busby, the lawyer that's doing all the Diddy lawsuits, just got sued by a prominent figure. They're trying to make everybody believe it's Kevin Hart. But the funny thing is, the lawsuit that's suing Tony Busby, Spiro is a partner. And Alex Spiro is Jay-Z's personal lawyer.
Oh, so it's probably Jay-Z then that's doing the suing.
Of course they'd use Kevin's name.
Well,
but it ain't Kevin. Why is Alex Spiro popping up everywhere?
What do you think is going on in Hollywood right now? What are you hearing? Because I'm hearing
mass panic. Mass panic.
So because no one's talking publicly.
No, they can't. That's why they came up with the story. Well, there's a party inside the Diddy party, and I went to the first party, but I left early. I never made it to Diddy After Dark. There were public relations teams right after Diddy got arrested running around telling everyone to say that.
Of course.
The question is this. If all you went to was the first party and you didn't know anything about the after dark, why would you say, I left early? Why wouldn't you just say you left when the party ended?
Exactly.
Because how would you know
That
there was another party
Exactly.
if you weren't informed?
Exactly.
If you went to the Diddy party and nothing happened and it was the first party, your speech wouldn't be, oh, well, I only went to the first party. I didn't go to the after party. You wouldn't say that because you wouldn't have known about it. You would say, I don't know what anybody's talking about. I went to Diddy's party. It was a white party. It was dancing. It was wild. But at the end, we all went home.
Right.
That's not what y'all are saying.
Nope.
You're saying, I didn't go to the second party. I only went to the first. The only thing you're proving is that you're hiding being there.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have known about another party.
Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men.
While all of this mess is occurring and all of this mess is going on, Jay-Z is not letting this situation keep him down. He's sticking up, for what he feels as though he's right. He's standing up for his innocence. He's standing up saying that I did not do this. Right now he is just escorting his wife as well as his beautiful daughter to see Mufasa. She took part in the creation of that. It has been a family legacy, them being in The Lion King. So they're supporting their daughter, and they're not, sitting at home crying or letting the media feel any kind of way because they feel as though that they're not guilty and they have nothing to be ashamed about. And I think that them coming out and being a part of this entire Mufasa and supporting their beautiful daughter, Blue Ivy, is only showing that they're innocent, and they are, just having a unitedness and a love for family and connecting and standing by each other. And I love to see this.
After every movie
Meek Mills have came out and spoke out in defense of Jay-Z. He said the goal is to start false narratives, to create a matrix web. If you can control the storyline, you can control the matrix. America media is totally unbelievable. I see Jay-Z blank a 13-year-old girl 300 times. Strolling is called programming. He's saying that all of this is fake. This is fake, news, and that he doesn't believe that any of this is true. And he's standing by, Jay-Z in his innocence.
Jay-Z is not guilty. I don't believe that shit. But yeah, we'll continue to see motherfuckers try to take down black billionaires, and everybody gonna cheer them on out for allegations and with no criminal cases or none of that shit. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, man, I've been telling y'all how them lawyers do. I already know how that shit go. They try to get money, get motherfuckers to settle because they know public opinion gonna kill them anyway. Whether you're innocent or not, by the time the blogs get done, you're gonna be...
I do not believe that, all of this that's being said about Jay-Z is true. And his reaction sounds like to me that somebody who has been accused of something and that is upset that somebody's saying that he's doing something that he did not do. Because who would say, don't just make it civil, but make it criminal as well? Because somebody that would do something like this don't only deserve civilly to be sued, they deserve a criminal charges pressed against them. And that, like, to me, that's not sounding like somebody who's pushing for you to make it criminal. Yeah, make it criminal too. It's not somebody, in my opinion, that would be guilty, but then I don't know. I'm not the court system, so he's going to have his day in court. And that's the good thing about the U.S. It's not being strayed or pushed by public opinion. So all of these individuals are going to have their, day in court. I hate that everything has to be so publicized, and I hate that everything has to be so media crazed. I wish that court system would make everything private until the person is deemed innocent or guilty. Then they show the media what's going on, because I feel like people can lose their career and lose so much without a verdict, and then because of the public opinion, then they're guilty, just by accusation, and I don't think that that's fair. This pushes me to that entire case with Lizzo, and I feel like I want to talk about this at some point, but those all her charges was dropped and nobody talks about that. But when it first came, it was like, her entire brand of being uplifting and supporting, women, plus size women, was completely, down the toilet. So I don't think it's fair that the media gets to hear about this, or us, the people, get to hear about this before the verdict. I feel like it should not be allowed to make public until the verdict is, sworn and, taking place, because now everybody's just saying these different things and putting out conspiracy theories, and nobody knows if it's true. I don't think that Jay-Z is done wrong. I believe that all of this is done to humble Beyonce in one way or another, in my humble opinion, but I can't, go into it until the final information is out. But right now, in my opinion, I feel as though Jay-Z's innocent, and I believe that I am entitled to those feelings. I think he's innocent until proven guilty. That's just my humble opinion. This is how I feel about it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you guys think that this man is guilty, if he did the, acts that they're saying that he did. I don't think so. There's this young lady, that's a journalist that speaks about it, and I'm going to include her clip. I'm going to include her clip towards the end so you guys can hear what she has to say. But like I said, I believe that he's innocent, and nothing has been stated or said that's, just set in stone to say that he's guilty. But that's just my opinion. I'm going to end you guys with what she had to say, and I think that you guys are going to agree that he's innocent once you hear a lot of what she has to say, in my opinion. But that's all I'm going to say. I advise that people have their own opinion, and all opinions are welcome here. So just state your opinion, and yeah, let me know what you think. Bye-bye.
One thing that is clear is that Jay-Z is not going down without a fight. Just based on this statement alone that Jay-Z put out, I can anticipate that these accusations are going to be handled in a way that we have not seen so far. I'm a journalist, and I have covered my fair share of cases like this, especially during the Me Too movement, because I have a degree in women and gender studies, and I don't know if I have ever seen a statement like this, especially as soon as someone is accused of what Jay-Z is being accused of. The first thing that really caught me off guard was the length of this statement, because I know that when usually a lawyer puts out a statement after accusations, we are getting very small statements, and I'm talking about 1 to 2 sentences, and usually all it says is, my client strongly denies these allegations and looks forward to proving their innocence. That's it. That's all. That is very far from this. And we're about to get into exactly what this statement says and means, but in short, Jay-Z said, don't play with my name, and also, I'm coming for you. And this tone is very different than how lawyers usually speak and come across in statements again. This more so is coming directly from Jay-Z, it sounds like. I would be very surprised if this is a statement prepared by a lawyer. I could be wrong, and if it is a statement prepared by a lawyer, I think that that just speaks even further to how different these accusations are going to be handled. But this is not giving like a publicist type of statement. This is giving Jay-Z is talking directly to that lawyer. So Jay-Z starts off right from the top saying, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt." He is saying within the first 5 words of this statement that he is being blackmailed. He goes on to say the lawyer he puts in quotation, he's already questioning this guy's legitimacy. His name is Tony Busby. He's a lawyer based in Texas. He is representing like 100 plus alleged victims who say that they have been victims of Diddy. And he says that this was calculated in nature and pretty much that the public scrutiny would make him want to settle. So what Jay-Z is saying in this first line is that he pretty much was blackmailed that, hey, if you do not pay us this money, your name is going to be tarnished. And then Jay-Z goes on to say, no, sir, it had the opposite effect. I don't know. That don't sound like a lawyer to me. Maybe Roc Nation has, some lawyers that just talk exactly like Jay-Z. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. This means that Jay-Z is ready to air out this lawyer's dirty laundry, and that may not be pretty because you can look up articles about this guy. He doesn't have the cleanest record. But he goes on to say, so no, I will not give you one red penny. And that's another reason why this is going to be very different than a lot of the other cases that I have seen, because a lot of times people who are powerful and that have money and that are being accused, whether they are guilty or not, a lot of times they just will peel off the money so it will go away. And Jay-Z is saying, not over here. Jay-Z then goes on to say, you know what, I implore you to file a criminal complaint and not a civil one, because right now this is a civil one, meaning this is for money. And instead he says that because of how heinous this crime is, against a minor, that the person deserves real justice, which would mean jail time. At least that's what he is referring to. And he says, this lawyer who I've done a bit of research on seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I actually have made a video about this lawyer before when he first announced that he was representing these clients. Theatrics, maybe so. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby. Again, he is attacking this lawyer directly. I have never seen a lawyer prepared statement quite like this, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. He is not only coming at him professionally and as a lawyer, he is coming at him, his whole integrity and who he is. Jay-Z then goes in to say that his true heartbreak is for his family, and that him and Beyonce are going to have to sit down with their children, and one of them, Blue Ivy, who is, actually the age where her friends, are going to ask questions about this, and he mourns yet another loss of innocence. The statement then goes on to say, my heart and support goes out to true victims in the world, and that it's horrible that their true life story have to be dressed up for money. He goes on to end it saying that the lawyer made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics will believe the idiotic claims. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. And now we know that Jay-Z is filing his own suit against the lawyer, and I anticipate, based on how this is going to play out, this has the power to completely change how accusations against high-profile people are handled. Because so far we have kind of seen the same pattern when we see powerful people, accused of things. It kind of is, they try to pay someone off, they go through the whole entire civil suit. There's not too much pushback. It's almost like an admission of guilt. This is really the opposite of what Jay-Z is doing. It's a very strong stance. We usually see people let their lawyers handle it, but that's not the way that Jay-Z is letting this go down. I don't know how this is going to play out, But I know that this is absolutely going to shake up things for sure, and hopefully it doesn't harm the true victims out here that actually have been violated. Again, I am a journalist. It is not up to me to believe or not believe any accusations, but I'm just saying, based on what I have seen professionally, I think